Hello everyone and welcome to SuttonsDaze. This week we're canning some lima beans, my friends. Why? Because Phil likes them. I can't stand them. But anyway, we're canning some lima beans. And so I wanted to show you guys, okay, I saved a few out. I used 3 pounds of lima beans. Okay, so that was the size. And then I put them in to soak last night before I went to bed. They soaked a little longer than anticipated because it's the first day of the year that it hit 70 degrees here. And we've been outside. So they soaked a little bit longer than anticipated. But you can see, I wanted to pull one out, okay? Look at the size difference there. Whoop, let me focus, Lisa. That's how much they swell up when you soak them, okay? So you want to keep that in mind. But we are going to do 9 pints of lima beans. So I let them soak overnight. I'm now going to drain this, rinse them, put them back in the pot with some more water, and we'll be back. Okay, so I strained the beans, got rid of that water they soaked in. And then I filled them back into the pot, added more water, brought it up to a boil, and made a mess. I'm good at that. I'm good at making a mess. So let's look at something in the book for a minute. Some of you may know the reason I haven't been around much is because I managed to get shingles. Yes, I did. And it knocked me down. But I'm finally on some medication that kind of takes away 70% of the nerve pain, and I'm still not functioning the way I need to be. So I got my book out, right, and it says to place dried beans or peas in a large pot and cover with water, soak for 12 to 18 hours. Did. Okay, drain, and then to quickly hydrate the beans, you may cover sorted and washed beans with boiling water in a saucepan. Boil for 2 minutes, remove from the heat, and soak for an hour. So that's where we're at. We're going to let it soak for an hour, and then we'll be back to stick them in jaws. In the meantime, I'm going to clean up my mess. What a mess. Now, they say to strain the beans again out of the water that you just boiled it in, and then add hot water. I'm just wasting water. I'm in a mood. Okay, so I'm going to use the water that we boiled it in. I do not see the reasoning behind getting all new water again. The directions say to put it up to 1 inch, and the last time I did that, I ran out of, it just ran so that the beans were dry, and I don't like that. So we're going to typically put them somewhere around 3/4, and then use the liquid to come up to the 1 inch headspace. Okay, and remember these jars are hot, so you want to be sure to have your canner heating up. Remind you, Lisa, okay? So the canner's heating up, and we're going to get these filled. Oh, it is the first nice day we've had where it's 70 degrees. It's gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. And so we were outside working in the garden, and it was very nice to be able to do that. You get kind of tired of being cooped up in the house. And I love being in the house. It's my favorite place. But being able to get outside a little bit really helps the mood. You know what I mean? So we're going to have these beautiful... Now, these are large lima beans. So I should have said that before. These are large lima beans, which are called butter beans sometimes, I guess. I learned quite a bit the last time I made lima beans. I'll put that link down below. So I think these are called butter beans. But on the packaging it said lima beans. Who knows? I used 3 pounds. I'm definitely going to have more than 9 pints. So I'm going to end up running 2 canner loads today, which is fine. Or Phil's going to have a whole bunch of lima beans for dinner. Nope, he's not. We're doing Spanish rice tonight. Okay. Can you believe it's the end of May, or the end of April, you guys? It's crazy. Got a whole bunch of stuff going on. How about you? Now, I know, we're like the last ones always to get into the garden and do all the things. And now my chicks are not showing up until the end of May. And the pigs are showing up in the middle of May. We have a lot of work to do between now and then. It's only a few weeks if you get real technical about it. So we're going to be super busy. And do I have time for shingles? Well, thank you. No, I don't. Now we are going to debubble these. Because as you can see, they're kind of big. Okay, let me bring these over. Let me bring you up. And I will tell you that so far, I am wildly unimpressed with their measurements. They always have me put more beans in than I actually need. Oh, so there was this huge conversation with some of my canning pals. We are all on Marco Polo. If you guys don't know about that app, it's super awesome. And so we chat back and forth. And I brought the question up in the, we've got like 10 people in this group, and we all throw questions back and forth and, work out different issues that we've run across. And my issue last time was, the beans, because there was a different time, blah, blah, blah. So one of the people is lucky enough to have, master preserving organization near her. So she actually took the question to them, and they kind of dissected the question, right? And said, well, okay, so it's less time. So I think few people mentioned this in the comments too. It's less time canning because of the molasses, which is a sugar. So I guess the science behind that is that the molasses cooks it, gets into it. It heats up because, sugar gets really hot, right? So it heats up and gets through the bean. So the reduced time is, what you need. They've tested it. It's this whole scientific thing that, none of us can replicate at home, even though many people think they can. So I have my beans, and now I am going to debubble. Bubble. You can check out last week's video. I'll put the link down below. Okay, but we have the Lima beans in here. There's a nice amount of space because I didn't take the beans up to 1 inch because they're still going to absorb more liquid. You've seen that every time that we can beans, they absorb more liquid. Okay, it's just part of the game. So I have hot jars, right, with hot contents. Yay! And we're going to put it into a hot canner. That is how many beans I have left. I have probably 5 jars of beans left. So, yeah, I'm going to be canning some more. Okay, let me get my vinegar. Somebody asked me last time about my vinegar bottle. This is what it is. I just kind of keep refilling it. I like it. Eventually the label will fall off. The lid already broke, where it's not attached anymore, so I just pull it off. Yay. But we're going to wipe the rims with vinegar because that's what I do. We're going to make sure there's no debris on there because there always is. Even with a funnel, you will always get some kind of debris on the rims. So best practice is to get in there, wipe them all down. Theoretically, it also gives you another opportunity to check for cracks or chips or anything like that. Now, it doesn't always work because I've missed a few where I went, oh, wow, how did that happen? Okay, let me get my lids. Please hold. We are going to be using Forjars lids. Check them out. Yeah. These lids are awesome. I literally, you guys, the only failure I've had with these lids was my fault when I didn't catch a chip, that kind of thing. So I absolutely love these lids. Look, nice compound. It's got that lip. It's got the button. They do not ping exactly the same as ball lids, but you still know when they seal, So we may not have pings around very much longer, which is fine because it's not a necessary part of the process, okay? So we are going to get these all loaded up and in the canner. I love my Forjars lids. Remember, there's a discount code down below, and check out their website. You can get 10% off using the code SuttonsDaze. I love it. I need my rings. Where's my rings? We are going to put the rings on, finger tight. Okay, ready for that one? Oh, these jars are hot. Okay, so you got the lid on, right? You're going to take the ring, and you are going to, you know what? I should use this. I haven't even taken the tag off of it yet. My friend, Regina, sent me this, got me this for, I don't know, my birthday or the holiday or something like that, and I haven't tried it yet. Okay, so look at it, holds it. Apparently they stopped making these. Okay, finger tight. There you go. That's it. And now we're going to take it and we're going to put it into the canner. And we're going to keep going. Yes, we are. And finger tight. See? Don't even have to use your whole hand. It's a beautiful thing. Finger tight seems to confuse a lot of people. Actually, that thing is kind of cumbersome, but I'm going to get used to it. There you go. I guess I'm just used to burning my fingers. Oh, okay. This is gonna be so good. I can't wait till these come out of the canner. Phil loves his lima beans. So, and I tell you what, as far as cost goes, I mean, this saves you so much money canning them up yourself. If you can find them. I actually had a hard time finding them. But I live in the middle of nowhere, you know, so it's a hard time finding a lot of stuff. But I am very happy to be able to provide these for my wonderful husband. And a pint will make him, you know, very happy. It's not too much, you know what I mean? So, there we go. Very, very happy. Oh, look at those, gorgeous. Okay, now, where to put my lid? Okay, we've got all of those in the canner. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Canner's heating up. We're going to put the lid on one-handed because I'm just amazing like that. Okay, barkeeper's friend. I know it was getting kind of gnarly there. So, I got some barkeeper's friend out and did a quick polish of the whole thing. We're going to put this on here now. Okay, now this is the way I do it. A lot of people say it takes so long to bring up the temperature, right? I turn up the heat. I crank it up. So when it gets to that steady stream of steam, I'm not waiting, you know, an hour for it to happen. Turn the heat up. That's what it's there for. So I'll be back when we start venting. Do you hear that? Okay, so sometimes, there you go. Just give it a little push, okay? I've never seen it make that noise before. Okay, so steady stream of steam. Can barely see it. But we know it's happening because, yes, okay. So now we are going to set our timer for 10 minutes. Okay, stop. 10 minutes. My timer just went off. So now we're going to put on the jiggler. And when that starts to jiggle, we're going to adjust our heat down so that it's a slow hula dance, okay? But we're going to set our timer, because I'm doing pints, I'm 75 minutes. So we're going to set it for 75 minutes, and then we'll be back when it's time to pull those beautiful jars of lima beans out of the canner. Ta-da! Okay, it depressurized completely on its own. The lock went down, okay? We're taking the regulator, otherwise known as the jiggler, off, and now we are going to just turn this and set it to the side just to not shock it. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to let that happen for a couple minutes, and then we'll start pulling them out. With my last video, I filled the beans up to 1-inch headspace, added liquid, and canned them. And there was not any liquid left in there at all afterwards, right? I was not interested in that result. They were still edible and they were not mushy. So I know a lot of people are going to say, well, aren't they mushy? No. Phil says they are not mushy. I would love to say that I tried them, but no, never. But Phil said they are not mushy. So here we go. Look at those beautiful. Now, these are large lima beans, which I've been told would make them butter beans. I'm sure I'll get some corrections down in the comment section. So let me know. Do you like lima beans, you guys? Who likes lima beans? Phil is a strong yes. I am a strong no. Not interested in any way, shape, or form. So, okay, 9 pints of lima beans. I'm very excited. Look at those. Okay, now I have to admit, they're very pretty, okay? Because, well, canning makes things very pretty. Look at those bubbling. They're all bubbling. I have all the faith that these are going to seal. I'm very happy with this because they did not absorb all of the liquid. I'm super excited about how this turned out. So if you want to do lima beans, trust me, do them the way that they are in the National Center for Home Food Preservation. I'll put a link down below for you, okay? And you will have great lima beans. The difference that I did is I only filled the jars 3/4 of the way with beans, and then I made that inch headspace with the liquid, because having filled them before to 1-inch headspace, there was no liquid left, and it was edible, but in my mind, not desirable. Okay, they were awful dry. So this way you've got the liquid, it gets them out of the jar much easier. It's a beautiful thing. So definitely give those a shot. Okay, we did these for 75 minutes. We did them with Forjars canning lids. Of course we did, because these canning lids are the bomb. If you did not see, we had them on Monday Night Live last week, or this week, and they're just the nicest people and top quality lids. So if you are interested in Forjars canning lids, definitely check out the link below, and you can use the coupon code SuttonsDaze to get 10% off. I mean, who couldn't use a discount? Can you hear the popping? You might not have heard it because I was talking. We could sit here and just wait, but you know, everyone's got things to do. So, lima beans. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Let me know in the comment section down below. And remember, everybody, please be safe.